Hi, and welcome to Ivy English. I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Today is the 26th of June. We're almost at the end of June. We're almost into the heat of the year. Yay! If it isn't already way too hot. Okay, and we're on page 73 of the magazine. Now, we're talking about the white wedding, the white Western wedding. But we're talking about the reasons behind these Western wedding traditions, which I'm going to say have changed a lot in the last 300 years, and they're not what they used to be. The two-day article called The Reasons Behind Western Wedding Traditions.
我们的中文标题是幸福的起点，从白色及硬币开始。今天还有明天这两篇的文章呢，跟婚礼尤其是白色的婚礼有关。那其实关于婚礼的这个习俗呢，在过去的几百年其实是有相当大的变化。
So let's jump in and read the article straight off because there is a lot of information here. It goes without saying that many Western wedding traditions are completely different from those of Asian cultures. Some are so steeped in history that many Westerners have no idea where some rituals come from or that they even exist. This article will give you a glimpse into some of the intriguing customs associated with getting married in the West. Traditionally, June has been the most popular month for people to get hitched. One reason is that June 1st was the date of an ancient Roman festival celebrating the marriage of the god Jupiter and his wife Juno, the goddess of marriage and childbirth. Another reason for June's popularity will likely astonish you. Centuries ago, taking a bath was not nearly as commonplace as it is today. It is believed that some people took a bath only once a year, typically in May. Since June was a time most wedding guests would not be too smelly, that month was preferred. Another wedding custom is for the bride to wear something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. Having something old is said to protect the newlywed's future baby, while the new item shows optimism for the future. Meanwhile, something borrowed is meant to bring good luck, and something blue is a promise of being faithful. Lesser known is the fact that the bride is also supposed to have a sixpence, a silver British coin, in her shoe for prosperity. Interestingly, in Sweden, brides are given 2 coins before getting married, one gold from her mother and the other silver from her father, also to put in her shoes. In Poland, guests throw coins in the air above the married couple after the wedding ceremony. These and the many more fascinating customs out there show just how important certain wedding traditions are considered to be in Western cultures. So, weddings. Wow, who doesn't love a good wedding?
Yeah.
But it goes without saying that many Western wedding traditions are completely different from those of Asian cultures. It's true. There are as many wedding traditions in the world as there are cultures.
好，所以 it goes without saying that 就不用说也知道这个许多的西方的这个婚礼传统 wedding traditions are completely different 是完全不同，跟什么不同呢 ？From those 在这里代名词指的是前面的 wedding traditions 所以西方的婚礼传统跟东方的或者跟亚洲的婚礼传统当然是很不一样的，这不用说也知道。
Some are so steeped in history, some Western wedding traditions are so deeply buried in history that even many Westerners have no idea where some rituals come from, or that they even exist. We've forgotten a lot of our own traditions.
好，所以 some 就是这个 some Western wedding traditions are so steeped in history. To be steeped in history 就是这个充满了历史这个 surrounded or filled with history 所以有一些这个西方的婚礼传统呢是非常具有历史渊源，历史很悠久久到什么程度呢？久到这个许多的西方人根本不知道 have no idea where some rituals 它有一些婚礼的一些仪式从哪里来的或者是有些西方人甚至于不知道他们婚礼传统里面有一些这个 rituals even exist 他们甚至于不知道原来有这个传统他们因为时间太久他们自己也不知道。
So this article will give you a glimpse into some of the intriguing customs associated with getting married in the West. Wow, this is a very classic intro.
Mm-hmm.
We're just saying some things about weddings so that we get the idea that we're talking about weddings, and then we just tell you, we're going to tell you about these customs. How cool is that? That's what that third sentence is.
Yeah. 好，那这个接下来这句他说，本文呢this article will give you 会给你一个 give you a glimpse into glimpse 就是一瞥就是很快的我要看它部分而已这种感觉，所以这个文章呢很快的给你让你带你去很快的看一下看什么呢 ？Some of the intriguing customs. Intriguing 就是引人入胜的arousing one's curiosity 或者是你的 interest 也就是 fascinating 的意思。所以我们要带你看一看一些引人入胜的一些西方的婚礼的一些 customs， 而且是这些 customs， 果然他后面告诉你说这些 customs 是什么样的 customs 呢？是 associated with getting married in the West， 是在西方跟西方结婚有关的一些 customs， 一些习俗。
This kind of reminds me of there's a meme going around Tumblr right now, which is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody will state their opinion on something like strongly held, like this has got to be true like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then after like talking for 3 paragraphs, they end the thing by saying, in this paper, I will, and then they just stop it.
Mm-hmm.
like they got cut off midstream,
mm-hmm.
like someone clipped the microphone or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hilarious meme because it's like, I could say more about this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stop here is what they mean.
Okay.
So they're like, strongly held opinion. In this paper, I will. And then next post.
所以现在这个Tumblr 上面有人就是用这种方式来表达他的这个一些意见，他讲了很多意见很激动，讲完之后就说接下来再说在本文我将然后就停了那这个意思就是好像是被别人打断那种感觉其实是他不讲了。
Yeah, they're actually done talking.
Yeah, 他已经讲完了。Yeah.
But sometimes people will write the next post. They'll be like, well, "Where's the rest of the article?" They were kind of into it and they wanted to hear more.
但有的人会当真，就会问他们说：“那你说在这个文章里面，本文你要谈什么？你怎么没谈的呢？”
Yeah. Anyways, I love internet culture. Going back to weddings. Traditionally, our second paragraph, traditionally, June has been the most popular month for people to get hitched. To get hitched is a sort of casual way to say get married. It comes from wagons. If you attach 2 wagons together, you hitch them together. Mm-hmm. And so then they're connected. They're married.
Yeah, 这个 hitch 这个字基本上就是 fasten 的意思就 fasten your seatbelt 那个字就是绑在一起。常常是你把这个马把它拴到马车上面或者2辆马车你把它这个扣在一起这是 hitch。所以 get hitched 就是 get married 的意思所以传统上面呢6月一直是这个大家人们结婚最喜欢的一个季节。
But don't be like congratulations on getting hitched unless you're close friends with them. It's a very casual term.
那要小心，这 get hitched 是很这个非常不正式的一个说法那甚至于有一点开玩笑的那种感觉你想嘛，恭喜你被绑住了，恭喜你被拴住了那种感觉所以不要随便跟人家结婚。你如果不是那么熟的朋友，你不要跟他讲说恭喜你 get hitched 那这很奇怪。
So why is June a popular month? Well, I thought it was just because that's the best weather in Wisconsin, where I grew up. So, of course, it's in Wisconsin, if you want a June wedding on a Saturday, when weddings happen, there's only 4 Saturdays. They're booked like sometimes 2 years in advance.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's hard to get a June wedding date because everyone wants it. Mm-hmm. And why? One reason is that June 1st was the date of an ancient Roman festival celebrating the marriage of the god Jupiter, who was the king of gods, and his wife Juno, who was the goddess of marriage and childbirth. So when the goddess who is about marriage gets married, people pay attention. And that was June 1st. And her name was Juno, and June was named after her.
好，那6月为什么大家喜欢结婚呢？刚刚这个 Angela 讲到说他的家乡这个 Wisconsin 6月天气最好，所以6月大家喜欢在那里结婚，在6月的时候结婚。那6月大概就4个周末，所以呢，这个有的这4个周末抢手到，有的时候你2年前就要预定了，说我2年后的6月某一个周末我要结婚所以非常的抢手不过2年有点太长了说不定等到该排到你的时候 你们两个已经 broke up.
Well, that's why cancellation dates are a thing. Like, was there any cancellations? Yes, we've got a June wedding. Get everything ready in 2 weeks.
Yeah. 所以这有的时候速战速决啊。不过这个婚姻还是不要当儿戏啊。如果真的发现不合适，还是分开比较好。
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, 不要因为你已经订了这个酒席硬结婚，那就不太划得来的哈。那我们看到这句，他说有一个理由就6月为什么大家喜欢在那里结婚呢？因为6月1号是这个古代的一个罗马的一个节庆 festival。那庆祝的是什么呢？庆祝的是这个Jupiter， 这个是罗马的主神其实就是 Zeus 就是那个希腊神话里面那个 Zeus， 还有他的太太Juno。所以一个天王一个天后他们的婚礼。好，那这个Juno 他后面同位格告诉你他是 the goddess of marriage and childbirth， 她是婚姻和生育的女神所以这个等于是玉皇大帝结婚那种感觉那他的皇后是婚姻生育之女神那所以6月他们是庆祝这个，那因此在这个时候结婚很好。
Another reason for June's popularity will likely astonish you. Astonish is a great word because it's more surprised than surprise. Astonish is you can imagine someone standing stock still with their mouth hanging open. That's astonish.
Astonish 是震惊你可以想象一个人站在那边，然后嘴巴张大大的那眼睛也睁大大的，所以 astonish 是 surprise 或者是 impress greatly 那这个字它其实是从拉丁文来的它本来的意思前面是 out， 后面是 thunder 是那个打雷，所以你可以想 thunder out， 你的那种 astonish 你的事情非常的惊讶，好像雷一样砰把你打出去了所以你可以这样去想这个字所以 astonish 是这样来的所以另外一个这个6月受到欢迎，大家都要在那里结婚，在那个时候结婚的原因呢 will likely 很可能会怎么样，会吓你一跳的意思。
And now we're going to talk about bathing, which seems unlikely when we're talking about weddings, but here we go. Centuries ago in Europe, not just everywhere, taking a bath was not nearly as commonplace as it is today. Commonplace is just a fancy way of saying common. It wasn't as ordinary. There are historical reasons for that. One is that people believed that disease entered as kind of like vapors through your skin.So if you bathed and you took the clothes off your skin and you're using water, you're more likely to get sick. And that's one reason why people didn't bathe. They didn't bathe, meaning they didn't immerse themselves in water, but they did bathe in that they washed themselves in the important places. That was still a thing. People washed themselves. They just didn't necessarily bathe.
好，这个 bathe 通常是指这个沐浴这个是泡在水里面那种所以泡澡啦所以这里讲到他这个数个世纪以前的这个泡澡不像现在这么的 ordinary， 这么的 commonplace所以 taking a bath was not nearly as commonplace as it is today 所以并不像今天这个 nearly 的意思就是它没有像今天这样子的这个泡澡没有很接近那意思其实是差得很远was not nearly as 什么什么，就是其实差距是很远的那这个 Angela 刚刚讲的为什么他们不泡澡呢？其实有个重要原因是因为他们那个时候认为疾病是由这个vapor 有气体这个蒸汽所这个传染的所以他们如果说把衣服脱掉要泡澡的话呢，它再加上水很容易他们会生病，他们认为是这样子，所以他们就这个不会把衣服脱掉泡澡。不过他们这个个人的清洁还是会做的还是会做的，所以他们还是会这个身上重要部位他还是会清洗，还是这个会注意清洁的，只是说他们不是常常这个泡澡。
I mean, it is true that Western culture has a tenuous relationship with bathing because there's a joke. I'm clean. I bathe once a week, whether I need it or not. That's like a joke in Western culture, in British culture, to be specific.
所以这个刚Angela 讲那个笑话，我们可能听得这有什么好笑的？但是呢，这个因为他原来我有洗澡我一个礼拜洗一次澡所以很干净
不管我是不是要，
不管我是不是一个礼拜洗一次澡，我都很干净的。
Yeah.
所以这个开一个玩笑
So So you can see that bathing wasn't a favorite thing of Europeans for reasons. And so it's believed, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard this before, that some people take a bath at that time, people took a bath only once a year. Is that really true? But if they did it, they would do it in May.
所以 it is believed that 大家相据信呢，有一些人 took a bath 这个only once a year 他们一年才洗一次澡。那尤其他们会在什么时候洗呢？会在5月来洗。好，那其实我也听过这个别类似的说法其实好像古人对于洗澡好像都不是那么热衷了。
Yeah.
可能洗澡不像现在这么方便所以尤其你住在那个什么漠北那种很荒这个很干燥的地方的话好像也没有必要这个常常洗澡。
That's really the thing. It's much drier in Europe than it is in Asia. So you can't go in Asia for a week without bathing because you would stink to the heavens. But you could really. When I was little, we only bathed once a week. That was just normal behavior. You bathed on Saturday. So, but here's the thing. May is when the weather warms up. So if you're in a northern climate, you're not going to want to bathe if you don't have a warm place to do it in. But May would be like, yeah, you're more likely to bathe in May. So maybe it isn't that people only did it once a year, but they're more likely to bathe in May. And so since June was a time most wedding guests would not be too smelly, that month was preferred. I don't know if this is true, but it's a hilarious thing to say. Our guests will be cleaner. Let's have the wedding in June.
Yeah. Smelly 就是臭臭的to have a strong 或者是 unpleasant smell. 所以他说因为大多数的人5月都会洗澡所以到了6月呢这个还不是这么身体不会那么的臭所以这个时候这个找大家来聚一聚举办婚礼是最好的时候，所以 that month was preferred 那这个理由蛮有趣的但不知道真的还是假的
So in our third paragraph, it says, another wedding custom is for the bride to wear something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. I think this is a British tradition because my family never said anything like this. And we're not British, we're German background. So, yeah, but that's a thing in American culture for sure.
OK, 那这里讲到说，另外一个婚礼的习俗呢，是要让这个 bride for the bride to 要让 bride 怎么样呢？要 wear。wear 可以是穿，也可以是戴可以穿的衣服或者是戴的一些饰品等等的所以要让这个新娘呢要穿戴 something old 要穿戴一些旧的东西也要穿戴一些 something new 新的东西，然后呢也要穿戴一些something borrowed 要穿戴一些借来的东西，然后呢也要穿戴一些蓝色的东西那这个习俗呢很多美国人都知道但是这个 Angela 老师说他觉得应该是从英国那边传来的因为 Angela 老师他们家呢是这个是属于德裔的美国人德国那边好像是没有这样的一个传统。
So, did you know though, in Britain, women used to wear light blue wedding dresses as the thing. We'll find this out tomorrow that it was Queen Victoria changed everyone to white wedding dresses. But yeah, light blue wedding dresses was a thing for a long time. So maybe this is why the something blue, or maybe the blue wedding dresses is because of the something blue. I'm not sure. Everyone knows this phrase, but no one that I know sort of knows what it means. So here's what we found out. Having something old is said to protect the newlywed's future baby. That's an interesting concept. An old thing will protect a new baby. And the new item shows optimism for the future. That you have something new means, yay, we're moving towards the future.
好，所以呢，这里讲到说 having something old， 你穿戴一些旧的东西 is said to 就是据说可以 protect the newlyweds对不起 protect the newlyweds future baby 它可以穿戴一些旧的东西，据说可以保护这一对新婚夫妇the newlyweds 就是新婚夫妇，保护他们未来的 baby 未来的小孩。然后呢 the new item 你如果穿戴新的东西，这个新的这个东西呢 shows 它显示的是 optimism 一个乐观的这种期待，乐观的心情for the future 就是对于未来保持乐观这是用穿戴这个新的一些这个东西物品或者是这个衣物就用来表示未来对于未来是很乐观的。
Meanwhile, something borrowed is meant to bring good luck. That's a new concept to me, too. And something blue is a promise of being faithful. Oh, so blue wedding dresses means you'll be faithful, I guess.
Probably 所以这个地方呢，他讲到同时呢 something borrowed 你如果穿戴一些借来的东西呢，这个目的或者 is meant to 它的意义呢是可以 bring good luck 可以带来好运。然后呢穿戴蓝色的呢是一个 promise 是一个许诺一个承诺。这个承诺是什么承诺呢？ A promise of being faithful 一个忠诚的承诺我就承诺我会对我的伴侣忠诚。那其实刚刚 Angela 老师有提到，就是在这个 Queen Victoria 穿白色礼服蔚为风尚之前大部分的这个或者说当时的英国，他们主要新娘在婚礼上面穿的衣服是 light blue 是浅蓝色的那这个为什么是浅蓝色的？那我们现在看到说不定就是这个原因那因为这个浅蓝色或者蓝色在这里讲到说它代表的是忠诚的意思所以可能就穿个浅蓝色。那另外一方面当然也是因为可能当时的浅蓝色很流行这些都有可能是原因。
Lesser known, not as well known, is the fact that the bride is also supposed to have a sixpence, and that's a silver British coin. It's half a pound. That's a lot of money 200 years ago. It's not that much now. And she had to have this in her shoe for prosperity. I guess because a pound coin would be too thick, or people wouldn't be likely to have a pound coin. I don't know. So for prosperity is for wealth.
Yeah. 好，这个 prosperity 就是富足就是这个丰富丰盛富足的意思，通常是指财务方面的那这个句子 lesser known is the fact that 这是个倒装句，它其实是 the fact that blah 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 is lesser known 但是它要强调那个 lesser known他就把那 lesser known 拿到前面来，所以变成 lesser known is the fact that blah 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 所以比较少人知道的是这个事实。什么事实呢？这个 the bride 新娘is also supposed to have a sixpence 新娘她也应该要有一个 is supposed to 就是应该要有一个六便士这是英国的一个这个银币它大概从价值大概半磅那这个所以他这里告诉你后面同位格说它是个 a silver British coin 它这个银币银的这个英国的钱币。那他把这个sixpence 放在哪里呢？放在他的鞋子里面for 表示目的，他的目的是要能够得到这个富足的生活富裕 prosperity。
Interestingly, in Sweden, brides are given 2 coins before getting married, one gold from her mother and the other silver from her father, also to put on her shoes. Portable wealth.
Yeah. 那有趣的是呢，在这个 Sweden 瑞典呢新娘他们会被别人 are given 就是别人会给她，其实就是她父母亲会给她 2 coins before getting married 他们在结婚之前会拿到2个 coins那 one gold 一个是金币 from her mother 是妈妈给的，一个是 silver 是银币是给她是从她爸爸给的那这样子呢这2个币呢也是一样to put in her shoes 一样是要放在鞋子里面那这很有趣，都是放鞋子里面，那走路可能不是很舒服。
In Poland, guests throw coins in the air above the married couple, I hope gently because ow, and they do this after the wedding ceremony. There is also this tradition for a while of throwing rice over the wedding couple and to symbolize rain, but people stopped doing that because birds would eat the raw rice and then get ill and die, so they stopped.
所以呢这个我们先讲这个句子，他说在波兰呢宾客会把钱币往天空丢，往天上丢是这个这个 air 是什么？是 above the married couple 是把这个银币把这个钱币呢往新婚夫妇的头上那个空中丢去这个是在婚礼之后那刚刚这个 Angela 想到说他以前也有一个习俗他们会丢米但是后来发现呢这个有问题，因为那些米都是生的米所以掉在地上可能这个鸟类什么来吃那些米可能会生病或怎么样，那也许这个米有时候丢得不准的话很容易跑到这个新婚夫妇的新人的衣服甚至跑到他的耳朵里面去，所以问题蛮多的，所以后来大家就不丢米了。
So these and the many more fascinating customs out there show just how important certain wedding traditions are considered to be in Western cultures.
these 就是我们刚刚讲的这些还有很多更多的一些 fascinating 而且很有趣的引人入胜的一些习俗out there 就是 out there 就是你看外面那有那么多各种各样的习俗那种感觉所以这些习俗告诉我们对于在西方文化里面呢有哪一些有某一些的这个 wedding traditions是 are considered to be very important 被认为是非常重要的，然后把它变成感叹句，就变成这个 just how important certain wedding traditions are considered to be 这个把它变成一种这个强调的句型
So that is all we have for you about weddings today, but tomorrow we're going to continue this article and talk about the white wedding. So